Our recent warm-up has a lot of gardeners ready to get outside. I'm there with you, but we all know, well, it's not quite that season yet. However, we can get our green thumb on by doing a little gardening inside. And Don Kinsler, the NDSU Cass County Extension horticulturist, joins us to talk about starting our own vegetable and flower seeds indoors. Don, good morning. How's it going today?
Hey, good morning. And it is fun to start some plants, some seedlings indoors. And some of the things that are fairly easy to start, of course, are tomatoes, marigolds, zinnias. And it's important not to start too early. For example, flower seeds such as petunia can be started about now. Marigolds about the middle of March, and tomatoes, which are always popular for starting, we should wait until April 1st. We don't want to start too early, otherwise some of these seedlings can just get too overgrown. So let's talk about some of the materials that we need. First of all, we need a seeding type mix that's labeled for that. And now out of the bag, it's usually quite dry. So instead of using it dry like that, the day before you're going to use, add some water, mix it up well, and then just let that set for a day. It will become nice and mellow and much easier to use. Now, containers in which to start seeds. You know what, it may sound funny, but one of my favorites is the plastic containers that come from the bakery section or the deli section of a grocery store. For example, these donut holes. This clear container makes a beautiful little greenhouse type structure for starting seeds. I like to cut the top off because once the seedlings have started, then we'll remove the top. It's also very important to add drainage holes to the bottom by either poking with a nail or using a drill. But that creates just a perfect little greenhouse for starting seeds. Also, another very important thing that greatly increases the success with seeding is a heat mat. Now, these are available from garden centers, and these heat mats, plug them in, and they keep the seed tray at a very nice temperature for germination. Now, this can speed the germination rate by at least twice as quickly, and the seedlings come up much more uniform. And then as soon as the seedlings sprout, then we remove them from the heat pad. So let's take a look at how to do some of the seeding. Now here I've filled the little tray with well-moistened seeding mix. It's nice and mellow. And I've taken the lid off. After we seed, we'll put that back on. And today we're seeding marigold seedlings or seeds. And so we'll sprinkle those over the top, not too thickly. And then with some of the moistened mix, we're going to add just right over the top of that, and then water it well, and then put the lid back on. And then in a few weeks, we've got a beautiful tray of seedlings. And so next, I thought we could take a quick look at how to transplant those seedlings. Many of us have used cell packs that we can transplant seedlings into. So here I filled them with moistened mix. Gently with a sharpened dowel called a dibble. We'll just lift out a little seedling like that and make a hole with the dibble. Insert the roots, pack it down a little bit, and we've got a nice little seedling, and then we'll continue to grow those in here. Now, I should mention that for this process, we need a good sunny window, such as a south window, or we can grow our seedlings under fluorescent lights. Now, these marigold seedlings, I started, and immediately when they sprouted, I kept them under fluorescent lights, or you could use LED lights too. So make certain that your seedlings have good light so that they stay nice and stocky.
Don, I am super excited for this spring season and getting ready with all these plants. It just made me happy. This segment made me very happy. Thanks for joining us here today, Don.
Thanks much and have a good day.
You as well. Coming up on today's show, the IT director at Fargo Public Schools will be joining us to talk about all the technological changes that the school district has had to experience this past year. Stick around.